Are you rolling right now?
Yeah.
Oh, God. All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Tatiana Bennett. I'm a realtor with the Ho-Ryan Group at Keller Williams. And I'm here with Jen, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about her business and how she's impacted her community. Why don't you tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
Okay, I'm Jen. I am first and foremost a wife and a stay-at-home mom, but I've been in fitness for pretty much my whole adult life after college. And I started out just working out at home out of necessity because I had a lot of success with like Billy Blank's Tybo. And then Insanity came out on Beachbody and I jumped all over it with my sister and we saw great results. So I became a Beachbody coach and then I went and got certified to be an Insanity instructor, which then I needed to get a job briefly. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be an instructor. So I went to Midway Fitness and became a Insanity instructor, which led to me becoming certified in training Parkinson's patients, which was super rewarding. Being in fitness, I realized that a lot of it has to do with mindset, and especially with the eating and staying on track. So I decided to do life coaching. And so that was something I could do at home. So I take phone calls, I do Skype or just email and just, help people with whatever they might be struggling with that's within my realm of expertise. So that's basically what I'm doing. I'm back to Beachbody coaching again because I'm at home. I'm homeschooling all 3 kids. I don't have time to be out of the house much.
So briefly, just why don't you tell us a little bit about how you've impacted the community, your local community, but also you have a large following on Facebook, you have a new YouTube channel. So tell us a little bit about how you think that you've impacted the community in that way.
I know that I made an impact with the Parkinson's community down here. They've become very close to me and dear to my heart, and I still talk to them even though I don't train them anymore.
All right, so Jen, why don't you tell us a little bit about what your favorite aspects of your business is?
Okay, that's easy. It's people.
Yes.
And it's the people that I've been able to meet that I know for a fact I never would have. I have a couple of really good friends that I would consider some of my best friends now who took my class. And that's the only reason I know them is they took my Insanity class.
Okay.
It led me to meeting some people through the Parkinson's, like in another generation. And I benefit from their wisdom, hearing about their life, about their spouses, their long marriages and how they did it. And just hearing their stories, people fascinate me. Not that I'm not a person, but sometimes I feel like, I want to know everything about what makes a person tick, where they came from, what their story is, their journey. And I've met so many different people through Facebook, like meeting people all over the world. Some people that I consider very close friends, I don't know if I'll ever meet them in real life.
Right.
But I've actually had phone conversations with them, not just commenting and liking, deep, real relationships that happen through social media. And social media can be your worst enemy or your best friend. And I've had to learn how to navigate that. So definitely people and relationships, hands down.
That's great. So switching gears a little bit with the pandemic, how has COVID affected your business?
I don't want to say that it improved it, but I mean, there are some things, it boosted it because, people can't go to the gym. So starting up with the Beachbody again, and I have to tell the truth, I started back up with the Beachbody just because I love their products and I'm like, I know I'm going to be talking about it because I might as well make money. But the nice thing about it is that when you actually run that business, I start small private groups. And when I do that, they cost nothing. I mean, I ask you to buy the products, but you can still be in my group,
Right.
I get to be with those people again in that group. And yes, we talk about our workouts and what we're eating and make sure we're drinking our shakes. But then we start talking about what's going on in our lives. And we have little prayer chains. One of the women, her daughter, it was a nurse and she's really worried about her. So, we're talking about that and we're praying for each other and we're thinking about each other and talking about each other. And having that connection when we're isolated
Right.
was a really good thing.
Yeah.
So yes, it boosted business because more people wanted to buy my stuff, but it also boosted morale and really brought relationships closer together that maybe had drifted a little bit.
And that's what's so important to your business.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, Jen, what is one thing that you consistently try to tell your subscribers?
I tell them all the time, this is gonna sound so mean, to get over themselves.
I love it.
And what I mean by that, and I mean it from the heart because I had to get over myself. The only time I started to really flourish in all aspects of my life was when I stopped worrying about what other people thought about what I was doing. And I'm not talking about, like hurting other people's feelings. I'm talking about, don't worry if you fall flat on your face. Don't worry if you mess up. Nobody really cares. That's what I usually tell them. Nobody cares as much as you do. And the thing is, the more you let fear take over and the more you don't get over yourself, the more you're not going to get out there and see what you actually can do and what your purpose to do in life.
Right.
So, yeah,
That's
get
awesome.
over yourself.
That's excellent. I love it. What has been one of the hardest challenges you've had to overcome in order to get to where you are today?
Definitely perfectionism. I have an issue with it, and it's actually where my fitness used to be in an unhealthy place,
Okay.
and I've had to take it to a healthier place, which is why I kind of tell my clients they have to get over themselves too.
Okay.
So I just had to decide one day that I didn't have to have all my ducks in a row,
Right.
that I didn't have to do everything perfectly, because I would actually not do things because of the fear that it wouldn't be perfect.
Right.
So I would avoid it. And then I went out there and I failed a lot of times and saw that it was okay. I mean, I actually literally fell teaching one of my classes in front of everyone, which was my biggest fear, and it happened.
It happens.
And I was fine.
And you survived.
I survived, I got up and I finished
And
the class.
You've even, fallen again, I'm sure.
Yes.
Maybe not. I don't.
In many ways.
No.
No, you're fine. No, in many ways I have fallen down, and every time it's been good for me because it shows me that no one really cares. And you have to be able to laugh at yourself. You have to be able to be willing to learn and be willing to fail.
Yeah.
So,
And I think that is so important that you've had those experiences because it makes you more relatable, and it just helps build the relationships that you have with your clients and your followers. So I think that's really awesome. So as a business owner, you understand, all the work that goes into it. And I'm just wondering, what is one of your favorite local businesses and why?
it's got to be the Long Neck Car Wash.
Okay.
They give you a great car wash. I mean, I took my car there when they first opened, and I couldn't believe, I have 3 kids, so my car is a disaster.
I have 1 and it's already a disaster. So.
We live in the car.
Yes.
And they took all the mats out and they scrubbed them down. They did, the littlest thing you could find, they took care of it. My car's probably worth $900. So it's not even it's a great car, you know what I mean? They made it look amazing. They took care of it like it was a Porsche, right?
Awesome. As we're sitting here in your kitchen, I couldn't help but notice the beautiful board you have up here on your wall. Why don't you tell us about that?
Okay, so in order to stay in a budget for grocery shopping, I need to meal plan.
Okay.
So I plan out my breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks
Awesome.
for the family. This way, my kids do not eat us out of house and home. They are well fed, but they can't just come in here and eat all the snacks in one day.
That's good.
This way, I also only buy what I need for that meal. So I'll plan my meals by going in my cabinet, in my fridge and freezer, and see what I have, and then see what I need.
Awesome.
So then I write down all the meals for the week on the board so that I know what to prep. I know what's coming up. I plan meals for the nights that I'm out with the kids with activities that are easy or portable, or ones that I can make ahead of time.
What's your favorite part about living on a farm in Delaware?
It is great. You get the best of both worlds. So I live on a compound with my mom and my sister. We all have kids there, so all the cousins get to play, but we are also close enough to the beach and to town. But you do feel like you're away from all the tourists. You feel like you can get away and we're on our own little, just like have our own little world here.
Yeah.
There's like dirt bike trails in the back. I go out there and walk in the woods. Like,
it's awesome. How can people reach out to you and find you on social media?
Okay, well, on Facebook, I'm Jeanette Carlton. On YouTube, which I'm trying to build up, is Always Just Jen. And that is not fitness related. I'm trying to branch out, and this is definitely geared towards moms and how they can organize their day, recipes, how to get kids at homeschool, how to get them off to school, how to stay in shape, but not so much the fitness aspect, more like nutrition, bargain shopping, budgeting, all that kind of stuff.
Awesome.
So subscribe, Always Just Jen, or check me out, Jeanette Carlton, if you want to see all the fitness stuff.
Well, Jen, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing your heart with us and explaining what you do, and the impact that you've had on your community is really significant. So thank you for the work you do, and again for your time.
Well,